This year, it has become even more difficult to choose the right iPhone, not to mention the price. So I went online to find you phones for less money, which you actually might want to buy. Do you ever get the feeling that the iPhone SE is outdated? It may be the cute little sibling of the iPhone family, but let's face it, it really shows its age. It's like the grandpa at a family reunion, still loved and cherished, but maybe not quite as cool as the new kids on the block. And you can get it for only $429. Is it a good deal? Well, if you need a phone for around $400, then I have two options for you. The first one is Pixel 6a. The Pixel 6a is like Google's latest mid-range superhero, packed with all the same powerful chips and performance as its top-tier phones, but in a cute little compact body that won't break the bank. With a sleek glass front, stereo speakers, fancy aluminum sides, and a two-tone back with a camera bar across the top, the 6a is a true looker. The 6.1-inch OLED screen has a resolution of 2400 by 1080, offering stunning colors, contrast, and black levels. The 20:9 aspect ratio makes it easy to hold with one hand. There is also an ultrasonic fingerprint scanner and decent speakers. The tensor system on a chip is slightly behind the power of Apple's A15 Bionic and SE, but it's more than enough for everyday tasks and gaming. The 6 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of storage are sufficient. The battery life is also great thanks to a big battery. The camera system is a highlight, with a 12.2 megapixel f1.7 main lens and a 12 megapixel f2.2 ultra-wide sensor capable of delivering fantastic image quality. The camera also features Google's Super Res zoom and night sight for great low light performance. Overall, the Pixel 6a offers a good balance of style, power, and functionality, making it a solid deal. Did I say that you can get it for only $270? The second iPhone SE alternative is Nothing Phone 1. It's a phone that's not just a pretty face. Sure, it may look like a regular phone from the front, but flip it around and you'll see something different. Instead of chips and circuitry, you'll find a central circle marking the phone's wireless charging coil, a wind-in strip for a connector, and visible screws that hint at the phone's construction. And let's not forget the glyph interface, Nothing's unique white LED strip design on the rear that's for sure to turn heads. The design is sleek and modern with squared off sides reminiscent of the latest iPhones. The 6.55-inch screen is an average size for an Android phone, but packs a punch with 120Hz OLED technology and HDR10 Plus support. Under the hood, the phone is powered by a mid-market Qualcomm Snapdragon 778G Plus chipset with 8 or 12 gigs of RAM and 128 or 256 gigs of storage. The 4500 mAh battery is average, and the camera is far from flagship phones. The main lens uses a 50 megapixel Sony sensor that's bright, punchy, and capable of great shots in most lighting conditions. The ultra-wide camera is decent but not as impressive as the main lens. Overall, the Nothing Phone 1 offers average specs but with a design that's truly unique. It's a real magnet for looks and sure to be a conversation starter that can become yours for only $325. Okay, now we have found nice, cheap phones, but how about something more expensive? How about we pick on the iPhone 12? It's $599 and it's a 2-year-old phone. Yes, it has modern design, good camera, passable battery life, and full access to the Apple ecosystem. But is that a good deal? Well, yes, but actually no. This iPhone, being 2 years old, was very good in 2020 and 2021, but in 2023 it's kind of filler. It's the phone that needs to fill the price gap between the iPhone 13 and SE. So here's an option instead, Pixel 7. Now it's on sale and can be purchased from Google at only $499, which is $100 less than the iPhone 12, and for less money you get much more. Here's what Pixel 7 can offer you. For starters, it's a sleek and stylish device with a visor-like camera array on the back. The 6.3-inch OLED screen is bright and smooth with a 90Hz refresh rate, providing a more immersive and responsive display experience. Additionally, the phone also features features an under-the-display fingerprint reader, which is fast and convenient for unlocking the device. Under the hood, the Pixel 7 is powered by the Google Tensor G2 chipset, which is specifically designed to improve the overall user experience. The phone comes with 8 gigs of LPDDR5 RAM and storage options of 128 and 256 gigs. The camera system is the primary highlight of this device. The main 50-megapixel camera is simply brilliant, capturing a tremendous amount of detail across the broad range of lighting conditions. The 12-megapixel ultra-wide camera produces good images with minimal distortion, and the 0.7x magnification allows you to fit a good amount of elements in the frame. The main camera also has a 2x optical zoom, which works well, and digital zoom takes over from there with decent results. Google's low-light night sight mode is faster and better than ever, allowing you to take stunning photos even in near darkness. Overall, the Pixel 7 is a great phone with a powerful camera, a sleek design, and a bunch of AI features that makes it a standout device on the market. Before we go further into the topic, what do you think I can't live without? Various iPhone accessories, like this flip stick. Flip stick is, without a doubt, a must-have item for any content creator. Basically, it's a Shark Tank product loved by thousands all around the world. One small attachment totally eliminates the need of having a tripod and allows for finding new and unique angles for shooting photos and videos. You can stick it to your mirror, to your wall, to your car, anywhere you want. Just flip it, stick it, and shoot. Flip stick is perfect for shooting with ease on the go. But there is more. A pro version is coming up. It also attaches vertically to your phone, but in addition to being able to stick to anything, it also allows you to adjust the angle, tilt, and overall make shooting even more creative. I think it's a very useful thing to have, and not only for content creators. Just think about it. You can stick your phone anywhere and watch movies comfortably, or use navigation while driving, etc. Flipstick Pro is truly an amazing find. And currently, it's up on Kickstarter, and you can become one of the first people to test it. I will leave a link in the description for you, so be sure to check it out. And now, let's get back to it. Now let's move on to iPhone 13 and 14. Both phones are basically identical, so I'll treat them as one. So again, modern design, good cameras, good battery life. I know these phones are great, but only if you look at iPhones. iPhone 13 costs $699 and 14 costs $799. Instead, here's an option. Take a look at Pixel 7 Pro. It's the Pro model, so it's obviously better than the Pixel 7. Bigger screen at 6.7 inches, bigger battery, 12 gigs of RAM, and one additional camera. It looks just like the Pixel 7, but bigger. Its screen has 120Hz refresh rate capability, and the cameras are even better. The Pixel 7 Pro boasts a 50-megapixel main camera that produces high-quality images with excellent dynamic range and vibrant colors. It is accompanied by a dedicated 48-megapixel telephoto lens, exclusive to the Pro model, and a 12-megapixel ultra-wide camera. Additionally, the Pro features a 5x optical telephoto zoom, providing greater flexibility in composition and cropping compared to devices such as the iPhone 14 and 14 Pro. It shoots great photos with a ton of detail, and superb algorithms make images pop. Personally, I would say that this is the best camera phone you can buy for $750. And as a bonus, you get a whole phone attached to that camera. If Pixel isn't your cup of tea, how about OnePlus 10 Pro 5G? The 10 Pro is a sleek device with an aluminum frame and top-of-the-line Gorilla Glass on the front and back. It boasts a 6.7-inch 1440 pixels 120Hz LTPO OLED panel that's gently curved on the long edges, making it a pleasure to look at. It's powered by the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 system on a chip, making it one of the most powerful Android phones on the market. Paired with 8 gigs of RAM, it's hard to find something that can slow it down. The camera is another highlight of the 10 Pro. It has 3 rear cameras and a flash. The primary sensor takes beautiful images that are generally pleasing, thanks to the company's collaboration with Hasselblad. The color science is relatively true to life, making photos look natural. However, if you're looking to use the ultra-wide camera, be aware that it has a 150-degree field of view and might have a bit of a fish eye effect, but it's still fun to play around with. The zoom camera is decent, but it's not on on par with other flagships that have periscope lenses that offer 5x to 10x zoom. Although 8 megapixels is not exactly breathtaking as far as phone sensors go, pictures at this zoom level look good, but going any further, especially to the upper limits of 30x, results in very grainy shots. In conclusion, the OnePlus 10 Pro is a great buy for people who are tired of iPhones, Pixels, and Samsung Galaxies and looking for a change of pace for only $600. And finally, the crown jewels of Apple's lineup, iPhone 14 Pro and 14 Pro Max. So much has already been said about these phones, their features, their cameras, their battery life, and their advantage over competitors. And while the package Apple offers is hard to beat, I'm pretty sure there are worthy counterparts that do many things just as good and some things miles better. So instead of spending $1,000 on 14 Pro or $1,099 on 14 Pro Max, you can spend $1,220 on Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4. The Galaxy Fold 4 is the latest addition to Samsung's well-known lineup of foldable phones, and it's packed with features. With 5 cameras, 2 screens, 1 foldy hinge, and some of the best multitasking in a pocketable device. It's no ordinary smartphone. The hinge is smaller, the device is lighter, the main camera is better, and the processor is faster. With a 2-day battery life, refresh rate up to 120Hz, and silky smooth software, the high price may start to seem worth it. The Fold 4 has 5 cameras dotted around its bendy body, and most perform really well. But let's talk about the real star of the show, the second foldable screen. It's like having a phone and a tablet at all times, and it's super convenient. Watching videos, browsing the web, reading, or gaming, this second screen is perfect for that. The resolution is fantastic on both displays, 7.6 inches on the main and 6.2 inches on the cover. And streaming shows, websites, and books all look crisp and clear. Sure, there is a crease running along the middle of the device, but it's not too much of an issue when you take into account everything this phone offers. The Galaxy Fold 4 isn't for everyone, it's made for the gadget lovers, the people who want the latest tech, and let's face it, a unique device that stands out. It's a conversation starter, it's perfect for travelers, those who are always on the go and need a device that keep up with their lifestyle. Plus, it looks like a true phone of the future when placed near the iPhone 14 Pro. It's important to remember that there are plenty of fish in the sea and phones on the market. Just because the iPhone is a popular choice doesn't mean it's the only option out there. So if you're in the market for a new phone, don't be afraid to explore all of the alternatives available to you. You never know, you might just find your perfect match.